Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the second ever episode of the Seatbelt Show. And I want to start off this episode by giving a shout out to my little brother Sean, friend of the show, great friend of the show, offers a lot of valuable insight. He reached out to me after the first episode out of concern, out of love, and I love him back. He's my best friend. But he reached out and he said, this is how he talks. You're going to get canceled. Brian, you're going to get canceled. People see all the crazy shit you see on the internet. You're going to get canceled. You're never going to get a job. You got to delete it. And that's how he talks. And I said, little brother, I know you're younger, not as wise, you're kind of a dimwit, not really that much of a free thinker. But who cares? Who cares if I don't get a 9 to 5? Wow, what an honor. I get a 9 to 5 job. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I get to sit in my cubicle all day, worry about that bitch Kathy from HR who's going to report me for something I said crazy. Something crazy I said in the lunchroom. Human beings used to get hunted by saber-toothed tigers. We used to have to fight off lions. And now our apex predator is Kathy from HR, who's 40 years old, never had a kid, never been married. She's a 40-year-old single woman, never married. She's grossly overweight. And she's the top of the food chain because she can get you fired for your job, for saying something fat-phobic, for saying something a little race-baity. Ooh, you can't say that. That kind of toes the racial line. She could have you killed. That's how much power this HR lady has, Kathy, 40-year-old obese woman. She could shoot you in the head and call it opening up position for a minority. She could call it, I'm just freeing up space for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And nobody would charge her with a crime. That's the kind of environment you're walking into when you walk into that office 9 to 5. So if you're watching this episode, little brother, listen up. That's the trajectory of your life. You're going to get shot in the head by a fat lady while you sit at your cubicle. Your life is going to be fucked. Do you hear me? Your life is going to be fucked. You're going to work a 9 to 5 that you hate every day. You're going to sit in a soul-crushing cubicle, and you're going to have to make office small talk. You're going to have to make office small talk with Jeff, who sucks. Jeff sucks. Jeff's bald, and he's got a beer belly. And he thinks his kids are the coolest in the world. And Jeff's wife hates him. And you're going to have to hear about how Jeff's wife is a bitch and won't make him dinner. And that's going to be your daily conversations. It's not going to be very stimulating. You're going to have to hear about Jeff's ugly dog wife bitching at him about taking out the trash every day. That's what you're going to have to listen to. Then he'll ask you, hey man, catch that game last night? Like you're all buddy-buddy. And you'll have to guess which game. Because all Jeff has in his life is beers and sports. He sits on the couch every day, drinks beer and watches sports while his wife nags him in the ear. His wife says, fix the faucet. I'm trying to watch the fucking Cavs game. That is Jeff's life. And that's going to be yours if you're not careful. Because you're fucked. You're fucked if you're so worried about saying something wrong that you're afraid to make waves, you're afraid to ruffle some feathers. Fuck that. Live a little. Where's your spine? I mean, Jesus Christ. Men used to go to war. Now they're afraid of Kathy from HR. They're terrified of her. That's Kathy walking. The ground shakes when she walks. That's how heavy this woman is. But she has power over you. She can make you go to an 8-hour mandatory racism training course. And that'll really make you want to kill yourself. That'll really make you wish you were saying some crazy shit on the internet. When she pops you for some kind of race baby joke you made in the office. Then you really want to kill yourself. You have to go to an 8-hour training seminar on DEI. Because Kathy, that fat bitch, hasn't been laid in 2 years. So she's pissed. She's pissed because she hasn't been laid in 2 years. Because she's a fat HR lady. And you know what's even going to scare you even more? You're going to start thinking about sleeping with her deep down. That's going to terrify you when you start. Oh my God, that's going to terrify you when you start thinking about it. Because you're going to be like, maybe if I just fuck her. Maybe if she just gets laid for the first time in this century. Maybe she just gets laid. Then she'll get off my back. No. She's going to break up your marriage. She's going to send pictures of you in bed with her to your wife. You're going to lose the kids. You're going to lose the house. And you're going to have a 1-bedroom studio apartment. And you're just going to sit there in your dirty wife beater, drink Budweiser out of a bottle, and yell at the TV. That's the way your life is going. You need to tighten up. I don't want to see this future for you. You're my brother. I love you. I don't want you to go down this path. You're going down the path. Going down a bad path. I sound like mom. You're hanging out with the wrong crowd. You're going down a bad path. All right? I think you need your roommates to talk some sense into you. All right? Don't want to be that guy that fucks the whale HR lady. You don't want to be around. You don't want to be known around the office as, oh my God, that guy hit that. That's going to be the water cooler talk. People are going to stand at the water cooler and be like, hear what Sean did? Dude, he fucked Kathy from HR. Can you believe that? And people are like, no, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. Was he drugged? Did she roofie him? He must have been out of it. There's no way he did that sober. And Jeff, to his credit, is going to come to your defense. No, man, he was just tired of her bitching. Maybe they'll understand. Maybe they won't. I would definitely give you no sympathy. None at all. That's the way your life is going. You need to right this ship. You need to turn the ship around. Fix your act. Shape up. Get your act together. Get a better haircut. Shave that peach fuzz on your top lip. Move up a couple weight classes. And lock in. That was my special message to my brother. Love you, brother. Great guy. Great guy. Just a little lost. You're a little lost. You're still finding your way. Now let's get into the news. Hunter Biden did an interview this week during which he defends his use of crack cocaine and his fucking of prostitutes. You don't know who Hunter Biden is? He's the son of legendary president, strong leader Joe Biden. Led this country into a new golden age of prosperity. Joe Biden, of course, was dead while he was the president, was pretty much a walking corpse, a sort of ghoul. Wasn't really alive. They would kind of trot him out once every 4 months. He would give some kind of rambling speech like my dementiated grandmother. Then he'd fall down some stairs and they would lock him away in the closet of the White House. Hunter Biden, that guy's son, famous for giving away state secrets on his laptop, selling state secrets for crack money, smoking crack with hookers and videotaping it, hooking up with his dead brother's wife and getting her addicted to crack. So he's basically exactly what this country needs as a leader. He is the epitome of what's left of America. All that's left is drug addicts and sex addicts. That's all that's left. That's all America is now. Drug-addled, sex-ridden community of people. He kind of defends his use of crack, saying it's cleaner than alcohol. Not likely. He doesn't get the negative stereotype around people who smoke crack. And that is, I kind of agree with him because I was saying the same thing last Saturday after I snorted a whole dime ball of cocaine. I was also telling my roommates it's not bad. It just makes me more myself as I chewed my bottom lip off. So I kind of get where he's coming from, that this whole crack is good thing. Crack is not whack. Crack is back. We are back with the crack. So he's kind of soft launching his plan to run for president. And I plan on voting for him. So your new choice in American elections is going to be satanic pedophiles, crack addicts who fuck hookers. Pedophiles, addicts, pedophiles, addicts, pedophiles, addicts. And people are going to argue on Twitter, I like the addict. The addict has a better plan for our country. People are going to fire back. No, the pedophile, he's a good pedophile. He wouldn't touch my kids. He only molests immigrant children. He only molests illegal alien boys. People are going to be arguing on Fox News as to whether we want a crack addict president or a pedophile president. That's kind of the way the country's going. It's likely you have to make a choice between a crack addict or a pedophile. And I think I'm going with the addict. He also claims that if he was the president, he would call the president of El Salvador and tell him if he did not send his our illegal immigrants back, the ones we deported to El Salvador, if he didn't send those people back to America, he would invade. So I really like that. I really think we need another war with some third world country that we can just beat easily. It shows the world that we still got it. So I think invading El Salvador to bring back our legal migrants would be good. Because we want those people back in the country. We want the murderers. We want the drug addicts. We want the rapists. We want to bring those people back into the country. We don't want to deport them. No. Hope they're good for the economy. Those people work. They're good for the economy. We need to invade El Salvador to get them back. You know what we'll do? We'll take all the prisoners of El Salvador. We'll take the whole MS-13 gang and we'll put them right there in Austin, Texas. And it'll be good. They'll work. They'll sell drugs. It'll be good for the economy. It'll be good for local business. Texas will be a boomtown with all these El Salvadorian gang members. He's exactly what we need in the country, a man of action. And people say it sounded like he was on crack during the interview. So what? Who cares if he smoked crack right before the interview? Who cares? I'm drunk right now. Who cares if he was on crack? So what? Bill Clinton had sex in the Oval Office. Who cares? Who cares? George Washington owned slaves. Who cares? Hunter Biden was on crack. See, he fits right in. He fits right in this long lineage of presidents that are scummy. Obama married a dude. Hunter Biden's on crack. See, it was great. This is exactly what the country needs. We need crack addicts running the country. I will be the first person to I endorse Hunter Biden 2028. Crack for me, crack for you, crack for everybody. We're all going to be on crack. And we're going to invade El Salvador. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to rock while we're smoking that rock. Holla if you hear me. The Nelk Boys, also in the news, the Nelk Boys just did an interview with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. Israel, of course, the Jewish state in the Middle East, who is currently committing a genocide on the people of Palestine, starving them to death, bombing their hospitals, blowing up UN aid stations, shooting babies in the head. The Nelk Boys did an interview with the president of that country, Benjamin Netanyahu, president of Israel. And they asked him some really in-depth questions, which included, do you prefer McDonald's or Burger King? And Benjamin Netanyahu, this is how you know he's fucking evil. This is how you know Benjamin Netanyahu's a bad dude. He prefers Burger King. You fucking kidding me? Burger King? he would rather have a double Whopper over a Big Mac. And this has led historians to believe that if Hitler was alive today, he'd like the BK Whopper too. And it's good because it gives you a real front row seat, an in-depth view, a real glass window glance into the soul of somebody who would kill children in a genocide. What's that guy thinking? What makes him do this? And the simple answer is he eats at Burger King. Okay, if I ate at Burger King regularly, I'd commit a genocide too. Burger King fucking sucks. What kind of animal eats at Burger King? Nobody that's saying eats at Burger King. Last time I ate real story. Last time I ate at Burger King, I shit myself. I'm not kidding. They had this, oh my God. It was a great deal though. I'll tell you what though, I shit myself, but it was a great deal. It was 10 Burger King nuggets, which is not even chicken. I don't even know what they put in them. They probably put migrant meat. Their nuggets are made out of migrant meat. They ground up these migrant children into Burger King nuggets, and they'll give you 10 of them for $1.39. I got 40 of them. And I shat myself on my buddy's couch. Because apparently migrant meat doesn't agree with my stomach. I'll tell you what, that was a good deal. It was a good deal. They do know how to make a deal. So it's no wonder Bibi Netanyahu is committing these atrocious acts when he eats at Burger King. I'd want to kill people too if my pants were full of shit all day. He's walking around with pants full of shit. I'd blow up hospitals too. I'd blow up aid stations. I think maybe where this is going is he's not going to give them any food unless it's Burger King. He's going to force them to eat Burger King and shit themselves. And then the Palestinian people will know real suffering. Oh, you think it's bad now? You think it's bad now? Your whole country destroyed? You think it's bad now? Just wait. Just wait till you have Burger Kings on every street corner. Then you're really going to be fucked. Burger King, of course, doesn't sponsor the show. Not sponsored, by the way. But it's good because these 30-year-old teenage men, 30-year-olds with the minds of teenagers that run Nelk, are interviewing a world leader who's in a war, and they're asking him about his meal choices. And after he responds he likes Burger King more than McDonald's, these idiots, they say, that's the craziest take you've ever had. As if killing children is not the craziest take he's ever had. No. You kill children, but we draw the line at the Whopper. We draw the line at the fucking Whopper. Does nobody else find that a little bit dystopian? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe politics is not going to drug addicts versus pedophiles. Maybe it's going, do you like the Whopper or you don't like the Whopper? The Republicans hate the Whopper. They're evil. They hate the Whopper because it's different than the Big Mac. They hate it. You're a Democrat, you like the Whopper. Republican, you hate the Whopper. And that's where this current political climate in America is headed. You can commit genocide. You are allowed to commit genocide, yes. We're fine with that. You just can't like the Whopper, because that's the craziest take ever. Liking the Whopper. I think we're doomed. I really think humanity's over. I think we are in the dying age. I think everybody around me is an idiot. I think sometimes I'm an idiot. I'm sitting here in an empty classroom talking to a cell phone. Obviously, there's something wrong with me. And I think we're fucked. I think the only thing that can save humanity is an alien invasion. I think if the aliens came, we would unite. We'd all not be racist towards each other. We'd be racist towards the aliens. We would say, hey, Ku Klux Klan. No. You don't hate black people. No. You hate the squids. You hate the squid aliens. You hate them. No. KKK. The problem, you don't hate black skin tone. You don't like green. You don't like the green skin tone. Green's the problem. Not brown or black, it's green. We hate green. Hey, Xi Jinping. Hey, Communist China. You don't want to spread communism to the United States. No, we don't want it. No. Spread communism to Saturn. They like it. The squid people might like it. Hey, logging industry. Stop cutting down the Amazon. Let's go cut down all the aliens' forests. We'll use their resources. Because only man is made in the image of God. Aliens were not made in God's image. Adam and Eve were human. They weren't alien. You can do whatever you want to an alien. Be racist to an alien. You could shoot an alien in the face if you wanted. Could enslave the aliens. They're not human. This is what humanity needs. We would stop fighting each other. We'd stop committing genocide on each other. And we could commit genocide on the aliens. And it would be more productive use of our time and resources. We could put Hamas on this alien planet and say, hey, don't commit terrorism on Earth. Commit terrorism on their planet. Blow up their buildings. Go spread jihad to the other worlds. We don't need it on Earth. So I think an alien invasion would save humanity. I think it would unite us. We could take all this pent-up aggression, all these war crimes we want to commit to each other, and we could commit them against the aliens. You with me or you with me? I think it could work. Our next news story comes from the WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association. Sounds like a joke, just saying it. They had their All-Star game recently, and the players were all wearing Pay the Players t-shirts because they deserve more money in their minds. Even though the WNBA loses $40 million a year, has never turned a profit once. It's unprofitable in its entire 20 plus years of existence. Doesn't really seem like a good business model. And I guess they deserve some of that money that they're supposedly making. So they want to make more money. They want to make as much as the men. Here's the problem with the WNBA. It's a women's basketball league. That's the problem they have. It's women playing basketball. That's their problem, is that it has women in it. So what I would do is I would replace all the women with men, take the W out of the name, and I would call it the NBA. And it would be a bunch of African American men playing basketball. They would dunk on each other, shoot three-pointers. Maybe we'd have a dunk contest. Maybe we'd have a three-point contest. And people would watch it because it's men playing the sport. And I think somebody from the WNBA should reach out to me. Because I think I may have just had a revolutionary idea there. I think the ratings would be better. I think they'd make more money. I think it would just be a better version of basketball. Brittany Griner participated in this protest. Brittany Griner, of course, the same person who was locked up in Russia that we had to trade the merchant of death, an arms dealer, to get back from Russia. And she's asking for more money. Brittany Griner owes a debt to this country. She is so indebted to this country, it's not even funny. We like to make jokes on the show, but it's not even funny. This is not a joke. She owes us a debt. A great debt. We traded the merchant of death, one of the most prolific, dangerous arms dealers in history, to get Brittany Griner out of jail in Russia. And how does she repay us? By asking for more money. Brittany Griner should never make a cent again in her life. We should take every cent Brittany Griner ever makes and put it right into the Federal Reserve. She should have her wages garnished. The government should tax 100% of her income because of that egregious trade deal. We traded the Merchant of Death, who sells weapons around the world that contribute to the deaths of millions of people, for Brittany Griner, who averages 11 points in the Women's Basketball League. That doesn't seem like a fair deal. We got fucked. We got fucked bad. She needs it. If I was Brittany Griner, I would never talk again. I would never make a public statement again in my entire life. Because she owes a debt to this great land. She owes a debt to America. We traded the Merchant of Death for her ass. And we got 12 points a game. And a whole lot of complaining. 12 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 15 turnovers. That's what we got as a stat line. That's what we got as a return offer for the Merchant of Death. You fucking kidding me? Brittany Griner should pick up a rifle and go to the Ukraine to fight Russia. That's how much she owes this country. She should be out there fighting Russia. That's what she needs to do. I'd forgive her if she went to the trenches in Ukraine where it's cold. It's cold. Yeah, go over there and fight Ukraine during the winter. Go kill some Russians and we'll forgive you. That's the price she has to pay. People have been way too forgiving, allowing her to speak up. No, you don't get to say a word ever. We traded the Merchant of Death for you. We own you. Let me be very clear. We own you. You owe a debt to your country. Maybe she should go fight Hamas. Maybe she should go into the Middle East, fight Hezbollah or the Houthi rebels. Maybe she should invade Iran. She needs to do something to make this trade a little more even for us. You don't get the... We don't trade the Merchant of Death so you can come here, average 12 points a game and complain 24/7. We got fucking hosed. Are you kidding me? I want my restitution. Where's my first round picks? Where's my role player I get in exchange? I get nothing. I get Brittany Griner, and we give you the Merchant of Death. Our final story comes from the South Pacific, where Thailand and Cambodia have currently just started a war with each other. That's right, baby. We're going back to Vietnam. We're going the fuck back. This is the perfect time for America to invade Vietnam and turn our L into a W. Try it again. Things might be different. They might not be, but they'll probably be different. We might win this time. I think after this episode, I'm going to call my grandfather, see if he wants to go back, finish what he started. War in Vietnam might do just as much for this country as the alien invasion would do for the world. War in Vietnam might reunite us. If Republicans and Democrats were both in support of the war, we might all be friends again. Kathy from HR might get off your back. She might stop bitching on you. You might not even have to sleep with her if we go to war with Vietnam. And the communists are out of Vietnam. There's no communists to fight, so we might win this time. I think because Thailand and Cambodia are fighting, we should invade Vietnam. It's perfect. Time is now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.